Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, real quick, as we start this video, and we're going to be talking about a great defensive lion and his future going into his second year. Just want to let everybody know, me and Chris have started a second channel for other small market football teams, kind of like the Lions. We are Lions fans. You know that is our home team. We are homers. That's actually what we used to say in the beginning. We're homers, keeping it real. But if you want to help support this channel, do us a favor, go take a look at that one. If you like it, subscribe. We want to get that channel up and running as fast as possible. It'll actually help us continue to bring you good Detroit Lions and Pistons content here. Trust me on that. But if you like it, hit the subscribe. We would love your support. If not, don't. That's okay too. Keep watching us here. We hope you will keep watching us here no matter what. Don't leave. But there is an article that I was reading. It was on Fan Nation. And it had 5 burning questions for the Detroit Lions during OTAs or for their next season coming up. And one of them was this. It was, can Hutchinson take another leap forward? All right. And then it kind of made the argument. It said he was one of the league's best rookie defenders a year ago. I would make the argument that he was for sure top 3, probably maybe the best. Okay, probably second best. I don't like to admit that, but he was. All right. He had 9.5 sacks. He had 3 picks. He had 52 tackles. We see that. Okay. But that also goes on to say, can he avoid the sophomore slump? So in this, I'm going to tell you why not only is Aidan Hutchinson going to avoid the sophomore slump, but why he's going to bust through the ceiling that so many people have been putting on him, including yours truly and Chris, even before the draft. Remember, we were like, is he a ready-made product? And he's proven he is not a ready-made product. He will continue to improve. And I think one of the first places you have to look at that is we have to remind ourselves of how just absolutely athletic this guy is. Here is his raw athletic score coming out of the combine. He scored a 9.88, almost a 9.9. All right. He was phenomenal. His size was good. His composite speed was great, and his agility was elite. So his size is good. His explosion's great. His speed is great, and his agility is elite. Out of 1,503 defensive ends, he ranked 19. So don't sit here and give me the, hey, Aidan Hutchinson, really easy. He tries really hard, and he's a good player because he tries hard. No, he's a good player because he tries hard, because he loves perfecting his craft, and because he's an elite athlete. Don't forget that. And I think we were able to see that with the Lions. And I think he could have even had more sacks, but they were asking him to do a ton of other things? Probably because he had to set the run. He had to do all these kinds of things. But it's not just his raw athletic ability that allows him to be very good. All right. And don't turn this off if you hate this, because I have more than just this. The next thing that some people love and some people hate is PFF. He has an overall grade of 80 PFF. He had 32 solo tackles, 7 assisted. He had, I don't know why they said 11 sacks. Maybe that's why people hate PFF. But because he only had 9.5. But anyways, what PFF tries to do is just say, based on what your job was, based on what your responsibility was, how did you grade out in that? When you watch Hutchinson, he played in a way that was better than how he graded out for run defense. He was a phenomenal run defender. His pass rush was a 70, overall 80. I don't know how that works, but yeah, it is very interesting to me. So you look at the just pure skill or talent level through the roof. The production for a rookie, about as good as I've ever seen. So even if year 2, he just stays at what he was at as a rookie, he's still a great player in this league, but he's not going to get worse. I've watched this guy just take off at U of M. Watched every game of him at U of M, and his freshman year, his sophomore year, and all those different things. It was just this thought of like, when is he going to break through? Then COVID happened his junior year. He comes back for his senior year, and all of a sudden, he just boom, through the roof. Unbelievable. All of a sudden, he put everything that he had talent-wise, he put it through the roof, and he started actually producing. And I'm telling you right now, he is going to continue to do that in the NFL. He is going to continue to learn the game because he loves the game of football. He loves playing the game of football. So he's not going to just all of a sudden be like, you know what, I had a pretty good year. I'm just going to relax and continue. I'm pretty satisfied doing that. No, he wants to have an even better year. He wants to be one of the best. He wants to be better than his dad was, right? Like, he is a good football player that has the ability to be great. So yes, the sky is the limit for Hutchinson. And I think so often we think that because he was so good his rookie year, and he was so good his senior year at Michigan in college, even got on the Heisman ballot, that this is about who he is. He's proven he gets better. You know, and so, yeah, the sky is the limit for this guy. But I think there is this belief around with some of the fans. There's definitely this belief in the national media that, like, yeah, this guy is kind of one of those super high floor, pretty high ceiling guys. I'm going to make the argument that he's a super high floor, really high ceiling, if there is one. When you look at him, you just realize, like, he could be elite. He could be a Bosa. In fact, I remember this, and I remember thinking in college, I'm like, man, that's really kind of ballsy of him to say, because he plays at U of M, where he said, you may as well call me a Bosa. Like, he knows what his skill set and his skill level is. And when teams unleash him to go do that, he makes plays. And what you saw from him a lot his rookie year, was he would get caught up on blocks a lot and he couldn't disengage. So he still has some work to do with his hands. We always knew that he was a good technician and things like that, but there is still a lot of growth in that as he gets used to going against elite pass blockers week in and week out, because in the NFL, there's no crap players. So he's trying to show up. And what we also saw was games where he would just go off the rails. If he can get himself to where he's playing at that level every game, instead of just sometimes because he's still figuring it out as a rookie, you tell me this isn't one of the best defensive ends in the league. It is, and it's going to be, and he's going to be extremely well-rounded. All right, hey, thanks for watching this video. Comment below, hit the subscribe button, make your way over to Sports Talk Extra. If you like it, hit that subscribe button. It would be really helpful for us. Otherwise, we just so appreciate the community and the support here at Sports Talk Detroit, and we're just going to keep rolling. All right, everybody, see ya.